Ghanaian music industry is getting exciting each and every day. We have the one dance, the one guy, the one smoke, the one everything. But we at OneplayAfrica, we are seated on the daily Zoom to have a conversation. And I have the one guard friend, Zola, who will be giving me what's happening with the 1-1 trend. What is happening, Zola? Let's talk about that before you introduce yourself.
Okay, so I think we are in the trends, or we are in the era of everybody adding 1-1 to his or her title. Everybody one. Which I have not seen any of the female artists joining this, but who knows? Maybe someone might come up with one queen, or maybe.
Hey, when they show only one something.
That be also a queen,
okay.
But on far one in can be against the account they are fine because on there on crown and make trends or the account. So you see, I think say a few minutes ago me posted on my timeline say, okay, so far near where Stonebwoy 1 guard, Shatta 1 done, Samini 1 king, Nane Aredu 1 play, Yapuno 1 smoke, Jupiter 1 lazy, Patapa 1 corner.
And what has been the response of social media?
And a response no busy. Raskuku 1 award. And I think say, if you are no me so busy say medical 1 baby. See I think say
medical spent my 1 award. No me nominating baby or packages 1.
Zero.
I think he had like 7 nominations.
Yeah, 7-0.
Okay, now let's talk about it. Do you foresee Sarkodie hopping on this one something trend or highest and he will try and maintain his standard and so not standard but like also more
that thing, that's a brand.
That thing. I think when like as the trends are going on social media, maybe he can join in or if his fans call him up to join it, maybe he can join, but I don't see him joining because he feels he's the highest, the kind of name he has, like highest, using the highest name.
And then that one highest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think with Sarkodie and then the brand stagnation, this all has been happening over the years. Sarkodie himself wouldn't join, but the fans will join.
Okay.
That's what happens. And I can see on Twitter they've started advocating for him being the highest, and then the highest being above all the 1-1-1s. So I think the fans are already doing it, but on a different level.
I also feel if he has started out, Nanka, he wouldn't mind continuing.
That's it.
Like the way he did the hook him and other things.
And then the Azunto come back in.
Yeah. But Obiako starts, especially when it's.
And on your cry. No, it's not even about Stonebwoy and Shatta, but no, Sarkodie you will be as to be started at the on yet. No person
he doesn't really follow trends.
Yeah. And this whole Asaka drill thing. He's one of the people that he could have actually done.
He
hasn't done anything with the boys and
And why is that? Is it that he feels that people will say that he's trying to use them?
No, you see, with the Asaka thing and then the American thing, I must say Sarkodie started something like that, but maybe at that point there wasn't a trend, or maybe there wasn't the groove like that, because you could see Sarkodie started with this. I think I've forgotten the title of the song, which he had Kofi Mole, Tulenke. You understand? The baby challenge thing. You understand? But around that time, there was nothing like a challenge. There was nothing like a groove like the way we have now to be that kind of groovy kind of music. You understand? So I think Sarkodie is someone that will always love to start something, but not join. Others do something, you understand?
But I think even with the drill thing, he has jumped on one. Coach.
Yeah.
When the beat goes, he jumped on it properly and then he killed it.
And it could be the Joy B factor.
Oh, it is the Joy B factor.
You understand? So that's how it is.
He won't do that for anybody.
That's how it is.
I think if he's able to join on these boys like Yao Talk, I mean, like come together.
You see, with the American thing,
I think it will help the boys a lot.
Yes, with the drill thing, with the drill thing and then the American thing, he was the first artist.
Hold on, the American people, Shatta, it wasn't Yao Talk them. So those people
they did their own thing, their Asaka thing,
But I think like as exactly, like he coming into the game.
That's the point I was trying to build. You see, with that kind of trend, he was the first artist I tipped to do that. Aside him, I was like Ochiam Kwame. I understand. But Sako there would have been more influential than Ochiami Kwame.
At the time, because
at that time,
has a hit song now.
Now, and then it's because he tapped in what the boys are doing.
Yeah.
So if Ochiami Kwame or Sako there had done what Shatta Wale had done, it would have been the best because both of them, these two brands are from the Ashanti region.
Sure.
Yeah, but is the Shatta Wale one even going that much? I'm wondering, like, is it going?
For now, I must say, I didn't know the target, or I didn't know the brain behind whatever he did. Maybe he felt like, okay, let me help the artists, let me help them, let me boost their career, let me do something that will maybe make them feel like, yo, Charlie, at least we have support from a bigger brand. Maybe that was the notion.
Yeah.
But aside that, I don't know anything about it. I don't know if he was trying to sustain that kind of Jamaican thing, or maybe trying to milk out of the guys, because with these guys that he used, these guys have been holding Kumasi down for a very long time.
Yeah, especially YP.
Yes, so who knows, maybe his strategy was just to tap in the American people, their market. Because those boys, I know them, Charlie, those boys are some boys that will be like, Charlie, here Accra is beyond me. There's this group of people in Kumasi, I always forget their name. They recently had issue with Kofi Mole. Those guys.
Boys, they are dog.
They have a name. They are. I've forgotten their name. It's not the Asaka boys. They recently had issue when we played Kofi's concert. They had issue with Kofi Mole for a video shoot or something. I've forgotten their name. Those guys, I think 2 years down the lane.
I was on that case. Is that those guys now?
Okay.
The Okene, the
Yes.
Kawabanga.
Yeah. So those guys had a link, or maybe someone connected them to Shatta Wale, that Charlie, Shatta Wale, Shatta Wale. Those guys turned that offer down because they were like, Charlie, you be ambo. And then those guys, when you go to the Kumasi space, the media space, they will tell you, Charlie, we move. I'm not just saying you be ambo, you to my yard, and then they are doing their own thing already.
Do you think our artists are?
Have they been able to come up like?
Those guys are big in Kumasi. Trust me, Charlie, they own the street in Kumasi.
Because I've not heard.
They own the street. Some of our crash.
Yeah, those guys own the Kumasi street. Trust me, Charlie. So with those people, they feel like Charlie. Yeah, as soon that ultimately focal. You understand? So with this kind of good.
But you see, even if Sarkodie wants to do anything Kumasi with the Kumasi artist, he can't go and pick the same artist that Wale used. Else,
that's the unfortunate thing. That was the main reason why I was tipping him to have done what Shatta Wale did. If he had done that,
or even to collaborate with him,
exactly,
so that they push the boys.
You understand? Because with the Kumasi guys,
hold on. Collaborate with Shatta Wale.
No, it's music.
Like join forces together to help them.
In the same era that's
Tini, but you see, it's music, and music is business.
Music, so we are all like
it's business. So Charlie,
working to push it.
Music is business. So Charlie, who knows?
Okay. Then let's move to the topics. Music is business. Keche is saying that as for him, when he shade or Kurimimuno, it wasn't really something that he was saying to mock Wendy Shay. According to him, he really likes Wendy Shay, and he saw a video of Wendy Shay trending, and people were making fun of her, and then he feels like anyway, Wendy Shay, this kind of trolls they are receiving here, and Wendy Shay took it off the chat and blasted. Do you think he's telling the truth, or this is a concocted story? Yeah, just to free himself.
Before God, the man. But you see, in life, there's nothing like 100%. Trust me, sometimes you have what you eat, but sometimes you have to think actually. So genuinely, but you see, someone might feel offended in a manner obedi assembly. You understand? So we tell Oko, and then obviously one more feel say Bibisa around the brand the out, even though if a true person Oko Bibi. You understand? So this issue sometimes it happens, Charlie. A counter industry here do. You understand? A counter industry. So things like this need to coming up each and every day. Because about sometimes it gives space for people to find creativity out of it.
Yeah.
Trust me, Shatta Wale built his whole brand on these things.
And even when the Shea has dropped the video, crazy.
Yeah,
on that same thing.
Yeah.
But
before then, let me ask something. So someone insulted me under my own post saying Zola, one fucking boy.
Also, are you going through something with your head?
No, I'm cool.
And so do you think what Keche is saying about when she said, oh no, the diabo, in fact, he was actually imitating the way when he said, oh, come be mono. Do you think say it's a Kokomeme story or it's
as to what Keche Joshua is saying is true, I wouldn't be able to know, or I wouldn't be able to determine what he's saying. But I also watched the video or the interview on GH1 when Regina interviewed him, and according to him, he was imitating delay. But I feel that the way and manner that he said it, like when he is going through something, like maybe Wendy didn't, maybe took it out of context, that like he really meant what he's saying, you understand? So for me, he shouldn't have even, it's not necessary for him to say that. I think yeah, that's it.
Yes, and I think another part that caught my attention is where he was saying that he doesn't feel that the post made by it came from bullets. Now, past records, Keche, any bullet, do they have something going on that will make bullets, or will make him think that bullets will be the one to incite such a tweet by Wendy Shea?
Okay, so in an artist management, I'm previewed, or maybe sometimes the artist himself or the artist herself shouldn't be the one handling his or her social media platforms. The artist can be logged on the platforms, you understand, but certain things shouldn't be previewed to the artist, because emotionally the person is very weak. You understand? So if who knew me the insult and thing, Charlie, with me breaking it down easily. So for me, what I know and then what I've seen, most artists don't even handle their social media platforms. So maybe Keche feels okay, Bullet has been doing it. Who knows? There's been a back room discussion, which maybe a Bullet and I will say, and I say Keche any Bullet put will say, okay, Bullet and post it there. Oh, when they say pay so. When you say with my login and also with my post it at any time, but sometimes management does most of the posting because of certain things. Because if you never be hitting the artist straight, sometimes they break the artist. So with me, and then what I know about artist managing certain things, sometimes they have someone who is in charge of those things, even though the artist is logged in. And then even for an artist to even do a post on his or her own timeline, management needs to be aware of it.
And did it look like management was aware of the kind of post when she made about this Keche thing? Oh,
you see, with a brand Rocktown music, you understand, and then certain brands, you understand, sometimes management are aware. They feel like, okay, you say draw BB, so they set the agenda. Charlie industry is all about agenda. Okay, set the agenda, so post the BB for a year. I know certain artists will just go and post something for just people to insult them. I know certain artists.
There's a new song in town. Artists now. My friend is sampling Ken. One sample baby view. They become myself. Continue.
I know certain artists who has boys on social media pays them to just insult or no be what you almost just for trends. Yeah, and then the artist is well known, well established artist.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah, I know that is. Oh, just say in the attempt.
Or what insult topics are now? Oh,
that be. When they say okay, Metiao, until okay, me find BB and find hear me.
Oh,
and now just my main training. If mobile hear me, mobile down, mobile trolling, mobile down. Semi training kwana me okay.
So with that one is the trolls coming to the management or the artist?
Okay, so this is it.
Sometimes she's not managing his or her account.
Yes.
How
okay, so this is some things like this. Sometimes the whole team needs to agree, and then the whole team needs to agree to the plans. Okay, say never say if a year, okay, you name how a PR works, their covers and name. That's when the artist has a very strong team, and then the artist is very good in PR works. And then, I don't know when you said that, and then people are this one thing I like about Shatta Wale with me because I said, but when he's put on the spot to explain whatever, Charlie, you joke around, you will not even get the right answers. You understand?
Speaking about PR and other things, Asamoah Gyan it's in the news this time on one PR. In fact, you said that people should not handle their social media. This time he handled the social media. And what happened was that Joy FM, they made a post, and I want to read the post to you and then read Asamoah Gyan's reply. And let's see if it's action and reaction or how much is saving and So Joy FM made a post, says, fellow Ghanaians, does Asamoah Gyan's penalty still hurt you? Let's hear from you. Share your tweets with the hashtag JoySMS. And Asamoah Gyan, you're not supposed to share JoySMS. Or say, I have lost respect for you guys from today at Joy FM. It's out of my list. You should be ashamed of yourself. Learn how to respect. Shaking my head. Shaggy.
Yeah.
Asamoah Gyan, does he have a point or not?
Well,
Throwback Thursday, by the way.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So I'll take it from Joy FM point of view. For me, I don't think it's something which is it wasn't a good or a pleasant something that happened like some years back. So for me, I don't see the reason why Joy FM has to go and pick that content or that story and bring it back again. You understand? Because what happened those times, I remember people went through a lot of things. You understand? So when you bring back the pain again, even the player or like his fans will feel uncomfortable. You understand? And
but it was a throwback Thursday, and I mean, you can't always say that we should incite happiness in the past. We have sadness, and this is a typical soft spot.
That's why I'm saying that it's for me it's unnecessary, because it's something which it wasn't good. You understand? People went through, I mean, terrible times. I mean, you know, people died. I mean, a whole lot. So I don't see the reason why, or maybe it could incite more insults or more trolls to the player. Okay. Because once people see that particular photo, they will see, they'll like, you understand, they will start trolling him again, and it's not good.
So there's been times where in Ghana we saw some disastrous things that happened, like the circle burning and all of that. Yeah. There are times in the future or in the present when people recall. It's something like this is very similar. Yeah. Is that should we shun away from such driving us into such times like the penalty and such disastrous moments, or we should, what is it? Because I don't see it is throwback Thursday. Yeah,
I mean, like Asamoah Gyan has so many throwbacks. So why do you decide to pick this one?
I think it's memorable. Zola, do you think
so before I touch on this, someone's comment is also like,
today is the one people
Agbeshi, one boss.
Who is that? Agbeshi,
one boss.
Water raging.
Yeah, Agbeshi, one boss. Nice. So before I move on to so let me move on to Joy FM and then Asamoah Gyan. You see, it's rather unfortunate they did this thing. So you see, throwbacks are just to, let's say, remember of certain things that happen on certain days. You understand? Mm-hmm. And then it's rather unfortunate. If you could do your checks or research about this Asamoah Gyan and the penalty saga, a lot of lives has been lost. You understand? A lot of investments got lost that very day. Through this same penalty thing, Asamoah Gyan lost the mom. Through the same thing, people insulted the mom, the parents, that he even said, okay, I'm not going to play for Black Stars again. So you should know the emotional trauma that he went through with this thing. So even if you really wanted to tag Asamoah Gyan in your throwback thing, there has been so many good things Asamoah Gyan has done for the country in terms of football. You understand? You could have picked on certain good things about him. You understand? It shouldn't always be fine. You know how, who knows, maybe. And then for me, I don't even know what they wanted to achieve with that post. Engagement, and then would the engagement be of benefit to Asamoah Gyan or to Joy? Sure. Will you be happy if people are engaging on your social media handles, insulting the person involved? Because with this, nobody speaks good about this thing. See, it even happened that sometimes, even when COVID came, when Ronaldo will be on live updating the country, someone will even write, I blame Asamoah Gyan for this.
Exactly. Yeah.
You understand? So it's quite unfortunate they did this. With Joy as a huge brand and then Asamoah Gyan doing this with Asamoah Gyan. Yo, it's very, very unfortunate they did this.
Moving forward, do you expect Joy FM to render some form of apology to Asamoah Gyan or not?
Oh yeah, of course, because I mean, this is not good. I mean, when you put something about a player like this, it's more or less like you are tarnishing the image of the player. So I think they have to apologize to him. Yeah, because you see his message that he sent to them. That
they should.
You could see that. But because when I saw the post, I was like, how can Joy, as a big
whole
brand
Joy,
like this,
Charlie,
go to media do this to Asamoah Gyan?
So
speaking about people doing things that are unbelievable, that same song I spoke about, if you listen to it very well, it seems one of the artists on the song wrote the whole song. We'll come back to that. Yes, I'm listening.
All right, so I think they have to render an apology
really
to
need to.
Asamoah Gyan, and because it's quite unfortunate they have to do such a, because there are so many throwbacks, as my brother said.
Yeah, Charlie.
So many, like a million of them that he can use to.
Both of you've handled blogs before and other things. Have you been in situations like this where you made a post either on your websites or on your pages, and then the person was really hurt by what you said, and then you had to, what was the action you did? What was the immediate move you made? Did you call the person? Did you send the person a message?
I think mine was with DKB, the comedian. Yeah, so
on why you block her?
Yeah. Later on, I saw that he blocked me on IG, but man. I didn't. I just apologized to him, and then But I saw that later on he tagged George Quay and other people, and I apologized for what I did. I didn't try. So
what did you do? Because DKB is a blocker, so I have a feeling what I'm about to say, it's not anything heavy. Yeah. What happened?
So it was about, I think, last year, the year of return. So I think the government didn't give them how do I even put it?
Your own emotional story, you can't remember.
No, I mean, I just want to relate it to the story that I wrote.
Oh, sure.
So I wrote about the Ghana, what's the name?
The Afro Nation.
No.
Oh, Ghana Comedy Year of Return.
Yeah, so I think the government said they would give them like a slot, but it ended up not getting it. So I think he was kind of ranting about it. So I wrote and I used self-acclaimed, like the word self-acclaimed.
Charlie, that thing.
He saw that.
I think they will block you.
Yeah, he didn't like it. So
actually, the word, that thing, people think it's some form of compliment. It's actually not a compliment.
Exactly.
So you reflect on this. What do you do in such situations?
So starting my blogging career, I started as a researcher. So most of the times what I do is, even when someone sends me a story for me to even write about it or maybe publish or maybe do something about it, I make sure I run my checks. I make sure, even if I don't have the contact of that person, that said person in the story, I make sure I get contact of that person, talk to the person, get the person's side of the story, and then blog as well, you understand? So for me, I've not had any issue with any artist, because for me, before I even put out a story, I need to contact you first, talk to you, make sure you know, you understand whatever is going on. Even if I'm setting a trend on it, I know a couple of artists that will understand it. From gospel to secular, they understand the game. Or you tell them, miss, I'm writing a story just to insult you because of your new song. And then, I didn't know, but so yeah, you know, some women are very emotional. Some guys are even emotional. And they'll be like, I don't know.
You give them priority.
Sometimes, yes, because I know to push the song, you understand? So I just have to give you prior notice that, okay, this is what I'm coming to do for your brand. And then this is the reason why I'm doing that. So I've not had any issue with any artist or any brand, because I make sure I call you. If you are cool with it, we do it. If you are not cool, no, Charlie, I just ignore.
So the person is aware.
Yeah, the person, sometimes all those I've done negative stories for are aware, and then even those I even do negative stories for, that even come on social media just to insult me behind closed doors. Some of them even sent me video, because I know a gospel artist who was about dropping a song, just did an audio, insulted her own self, and told me Zola throwing out blog man.
Zola,
you understand?
I need to trend song. I have want to let you insult me in a very tasteful way, we can check. Drop your comments if you are watching this on YouTube. Drop your comments. I want to know the one dance, the one gas, the one smoke, the one place. Which one that you like? Which one that you are enjoying? Drop your comments below. Do you think it's a new one in town?
And the dust to 1K. Yeah, it's good.
Yo, that's
yeah,
one.
That's 1K.
That's one.
Okay.
Yes, so drop your comment. The one. Do you think Sarkodie should up on the one, or he should just be the highest as he says he is?
Oneplay. Add class to your music.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please press or click on the subscribe button. The bell icon will show up. Press on it and press all because you don't want to miss any of our content.